Hi guys, as requested, I'm gonna be reviewing a video called I Tried My Brother's 7,000 Calorie Extreme Bulking Diet by MattDoesFitness.
This is my brother Ben. He's got an impressive physique, but like me, he's also blessed with an ungodly metabolism. He can eat a lot of food. Now he's currently in the midst of a bulking phase, but recently went on holiday and lost a lot of weight. And so in a desperate attempt to regain that...
Yeah, when you go on holiday, then you simply don't lift metal up and down for 2-3 weeks, which is why your body isn't adapted to it anymore. That's why you lose muscle. In reality, you never gained it in the first place. You simply go to the gym and adapt your body to pushing and pulling metal. That's it. That's why you lose it when you go on holiday. It's all a joke.
Lost progress, he's resorted to what can only be described as an extreme bulk. We're talking enough food to make the average person seriously ill. So, for some bizarre reason, which I'm already...
Well, a lot of food isn't going to make somebody ill. Actually, a lot of healthy food is going to make you even healthier. It would make you ill because the food will probably be garbage, but we'll see.
Regretting as I record this, I decided to pay him a little visit and see just how bad it really is.
Good. The big man, he's ready for the big day. Come on in, guys. So Ben, how does Ben Morse start his day?
Okay, right, he grew up watching Batman, is a football fan. Lovely British lad.
Well, two key components. Firstly, what do you have so...
He has many packages of Vitos and I think something else there, such as absolute waste products. It doesn't even get any worse than this. This is just a package full of waste products from the seed industry with lots of chocolate and sugar and whatnot to make it taste good for the slaves.
So many Wheatos.
Well, you say that now, but...
2 kilograms of Wheatos, man.
We'll have some Wheatos and these bad boys, which is like 800-ish calories, with full fat milk, obviously.
Why are you using...
And I also have to say that the whole video title and what they are talking about calories is a joke. Calories essentially come from a guy burning food and also other stuff in an oven. And then they said, oh yes, this is how it must be in the human body also. Has no connection to the human body. There's no such thing as calories. You cannot measure calories in any food. It's just impossible.
bowl that big?
So this is Helen's bowl from this morning. But like, this is what it's really all about, lads. So this is the key to everything right here. What a time to be alive, man. Like a fresh bottle of olive oil. Obviously, if you're not familiar...
What? Olive oil is really poisonous. That's why it's bitter. Yeah, some olive oils will be less bitter than others, but still, having less poisons in an oil isn't good. It's just better because it's less poisonous. It's still really bad for you. And most olive oils are made with the seeds, as in the seeds are also ground up in the process of creating the oil. There's very, very few brands that don't do that. Less than 1%. So if you're buying olive oil, you're basically always consuming a seed oil.
This is the old classic oily Actimel yogurt drink thing, you know? Similar to Matt, I've always had loads of trouble bulking and gaining weight. Like losing weight, super easy. I just eat what I want. Gaining weight is like a nightmare. So liquid calories is like by far the easiest method. So the reason why we're doing this specific...
Yeah, but why do you think that you can actually absorb olive oil? Call it calories or whatever you want. It's plant oils. And also, as I said, seed oils mixed in there. Specifically, of course, with olive oil, it's a kind of fruit oil, you could say. And because olives are toxic as it is, with the seed or without it, you're consuming a toxic fruit oil, technically. Whatever the case, why do you think that you can gain weight from that? You will gain weight if you consume animal fat, not any fruit oils or plant oils or seed oils. It's just impossible. What do you think your human body is going to be able to do with that biologically?
Now, I went away for a week and lost like 4 kilos in body weight, so I've got to put more weight back on, basically. Is that
I
true?
just can't take you seriously when you're about to pour.
Yeah, but why? Why would you want to do that in the first place? Why do you want to be heavy? Lose your agility and mobility?
Any cereal I used to have as a kid, when I have it now, it's nowhere near as good. They ruined basically every cereal, so I'll be interested to see what Wheatos
Wheatos
are
have,
like.
no, Wheatos have gotten better.
I'll be the judge of that, mate.
What a time to be alive. Matt, you excited? See what I mean about the bulk? See, this is why I have so many Wheatos. We've got the big boxes here as well. So we could win a big prize here as well. Double down.
Just tell me what it says on the top of the box, please, then.
Loved by kids, approved by parents. Exactly what you want.
Yeah. Parents that grew up eating the same garbage, those are the ones that approve it. A normal, healthy mother or father would never approve of that. This kind of garbage would never even come close to my children. I know that it's poison.
This bad boy up. That's the stuff dreams are made of. Look at this. Like you're thinking, wow, no way can you fit any more milk in.
Ben, mate, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's how kings live, mate. This is the 21st century. We made it. For context, that's a 1,500 calorie bowl of...
Man, that's really funny. Because it seems like he actually means it, as if kings would eat that. The very opposite of what kings eat. Completely animal-based lobsters, caviar, liver and whatnot. It doesn't even get more opposite than that. This is exactly what the kings would give the slaves to eat. The waste products, the leftover garbage, the seeds with toxins.
Wheatos with about 45 grams of protein in.
The perfect meal.
You're not...
Cannot be measured. You cannot measure protein or anything in food. Has never been done. Even if you want to believe that, come on. From seeds and pasteurized milk, come on, man. Just stop with this.
meant to get... You know you've got too many Wheatos when you're getting 45 grams of protein. That's not meant to happen.
Or, it's the exact right amount of Wheatos.
And they actually really believe that. That's the alarming part.
What is the sugar on this? That's got to be like...
Mate, sugar's good for you. Sugar is a common misconception.
Sugar is not bad as such. Yes, actually there is a misconception. You should not overconsume it, of course, naturally, just normal amounts. But the problem is that extracted sugar, which is what they use for the cereal, is actually toxic. It has actually been proven in experiments. It has an LD50 value, meaning that at a certain dose, this extracted sugar, because of the toxic process it goes through, can actually be lethal. Therefore, you need to understand that this extracted sugar really is toxic. Natural, normal sugar from fruits, not toxic whatsoever. Cannot overdose on it. Never becomes poisonous.
Because the sugar's what, we need it to live. It's the key to everything.
Yeah, they are really good, actually.
Oh, here we go, from the horse's mouth.
That's one of the only childhood cereals I've re-had that is
Like, not way
fairly
better.
similar.
I just can't stop looking at the guy's dark eye circles. Both of them don't look healthy. Matt looks even a bit more unhealthy. He's a very unhealthy guy.
That's what I remember it being like, yeah.
What does that look like for you? Perfect space for olive oil.
That was what I was thinking as I opened it, that's what.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's intentional. I think that's what Actimel. I think that was the concept initially. But yeah, so the reason why you keep the cap is so you can't actually shake it.
So this, with the olive oil in, because that's like
Oh, so they mix Actimel with olive oil. Wow, that's genius.
almost 40 grams of olive oil, that's like 400 calories. Look how it's like congealed, like...
No. Honestly.
Yeah, man, these guys really believe in calories. They don't even understand where calories come from. Just completely ignorant, but that's typical with bodybuilders.
You shake it up and drink it, and you'll be amazed, like genuinely amazed by how nice it is.
I have never measured calories in my life. I didn't understand where the term comes from back in the day. But even when I used to go to the gym, I didn't count calories. I just never did that, thankfully.
Mental.
We have a 1,500 calorie bowl of Wheatos We have a 500 calorie protein shake. That's 2.
Protein shake also another waste product from the cheese industry, for example, if it would be whey protein. But all of them are waste products. The soy protein isolate is also a waste product from the soy industry. They didn't know what to do with the waste products. They always threw them out, such as the whey. And then they thought of the idea of selling it to the bodybuilders. And then with good marketing, it actually worked. And now people buy it. And there's a lot of bodybuilders out there on YouTube, for example, who market it very well. And they sell it to the people who look up to them. A really good business, I gotta give it to them, but insanely unhealthy. Yeah.
Scoops of protein, whole milk, and then we have 2 400 calorie Actimel and olive oil concoction. 2028. This is a 2,800 calorie breakfast.
Actually, there are no calories and you have no idea anyway what it is and what you will get out of it. But whatever, keep dreaming. And realistically, this is pretty indigestible food for the most part. You're gonna be getting a lot of sugar, yes. Besides that, I don't think anything else.
Yeah, too big. This will surprise you. Come on. It's mad, right? Come, be honest, be honest.
That is actually...
right? Every time I give something, they're always like, nah, no way. For some reason, Actimel just completely masks the oil.
That was 400 calories and I did that.
Masks the oil because the oil is bitter and poisonous. Yeah, it's just always the same with these slaves.
Yeah, it's the easiest
3 seconds
calories.
and it was like nothing. For most people, that's not...
Matt always looks like he hasn't slept. Always the same look. Always exhausted. Yeah, close to haggard, really. Not really, but it's getting there.
Not a good thing.
It's really good calories. Also, I think it's good for you, right? Do you know what I mean? I think the potential damage to stomach lining from the oil is counteracted by the Actimel, you know?
It was better if you were just not putting the olive oil.
Both of them have dark eye circles. What I find really funny about this meal, by the way, is that they are eating this Vito cereal with pasteurized milk. But most people don't know is that almost all of the pasteurized dairy in the supermarket, which you can buy, has added vitamins to it. Of course, those are not actual real vitamins. If you watch my videos, then you understand what they are. Those are actual toxins. All of these supplements, these foods which have been fortified with these fake vitamins are, of course, very poisonous, actually lethal at a certain dose. They have been tested to have an LD50 value, meaning that they are actually toxic to every animal. Obviously, humans are also animals, and we would die because of them in larger amounts. Now you're just microdosing the toxins from the pasteurized milk, and then on top of that, you have the cereal, and all of these cereals are also fortified with these vitamins and also minerals such as iron, which actually come from the iron industry. It's actually a waste product from metal, from actual iron, and they use that in cereal as a iron supplement. Can you believe that? That's how crazy it is. So there's children out there eating real actual iron from the iron industry. But then again, you have a whey from the cheese industry, a waste product, soy leftovers which they make into a powder, and so on. Why should you be surprised about it? It's just two biological garbage disposal machines sitting there in Britain eating absolute bottom slave food, thinking that they are eating like kings. I mean, it can't even get worse than this. I mean, this kind of severe brainwashing, you have to go through extreme brainwashing to actually believe the opposite of the truth. And this is really complete slavery, the definition of it.
In there in the first place.
Just look at them eating absolute slave slop.
It's just when you think about it, that's the issue I have. I'm the founder of the olive oil technique, right? One of those things, it's like whoever created the atomic bomb, they're probably really upset they did that now looking back. I wish I hadn't done it, but I used to put olive oil in my protein shakes when I was powerlifting just to desperately get calories in to fill my weight class. For me, it's the thought of it. You can drink it, but then as soon as I...
Yeah, but again, why would you do that? You have body dysmorphia. Why would you need to get bigger and bigger or even maintain this big unnatural mass? Just think about it. Reflect on your life. Actually look deeper inside of yourself and realize what's going on. This is all abnormal as it is.
start thinking of the fact that I've just consumed olive oil, I can just feel it. Yeah, but you'll struggle to eat 3,000 calories of anything and not get protein, do you know what I mean? Unless you're literally eating like Haribo.
Ooh, oh, okay, this is gonna blow your mind, mate. You know, Haribo has really high protein content.
Right. No, it doesn't.
Okay, look. This is gonna blow your mind, mate.
No, it doesn't.
This is an earth-shattering revelation. Right, so a little bag of Haribo, not even a big bag, right? How much protein do you think's in this bag here?
2 grams.
6.6 grams of protein per 100 grams. What is that? Come on, that's surprising. Be honest, that's...
Is it because of the gelatin? I don't know. I don't care about it anyway because protein as such has never been measured in any food on this earth. This isn't food by definition anyway, because food has to make you healthy and make you live long, and you would be able to live off of only that if it was food, but you can't. So this is not food anyway, obviously, but whatever you want to call it, protein has never been measured in this because you cannot observe protein. You cannot observe molecules anyway. So that's a joke in itself. They don't get this. I don't expect them to understand that. But even besides that, what do you think you could possibly get out of little gummy bears? You never even think about what they are made out of. They just think protein is protein. They just read symbols on a package and think, oh, okay, 6 grams of protein and then 20 grams from meat, but it's all the same because it's just protein. It's kind of like a magic spell almost, as in you're kind of bewitched. You are under a spell. You just read protein and you think, oh yeah, protein. You're just not living in this reality anymore because you're basing everything on some symbols on a package. That's a disconnection from nature and this reality.
Really? Right? How bad is that?
No. This is 10 grams of protein, one of these bags. There are products that market themselves as high protein snacks that have less protein than that. Look, what is this, mate?
Thank you.
125 grams of protein, guys.
What's going on here, mate?
It's like 9:30 and we've consumed like 3,000 calories and loads of olive oil. And you know the best thing to do after having consumed 3,000 calories and loads of olive oil? A gym session and then be judged by like an IFBB pro posing coach, yeah. So we're about to basically get a pump and then do some like bodybuilding, posing, and we're gonna literally be judged. Perfect.
That's actually really nice. This one goes to...
Yeah, oh, okay. It already changed. Yeah, the brother is the perfect depiction of a bodybuilder. Yeah, you can absolutely understand why he did it. Yeah, again, more grain sludge for the slaves. And again, they probably think that they eat like kings. Unbelievable.
This might make some people cringe. I'm going to put it out there. But, I mean, these are vital calories.
Going in for more.
Wait, what is that, man? Isn't that the same thing that the George Lifts guy used? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this a rapeseed oil and butter mix?
Yeah, I mean, we're not messing around.
How much of that are you going to use?
Oh, I mean, it's only a small bag, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Okay. So this will be extremely solid numbers. We'll just stir this around a bit, let the butter melt.
How come you don't eat much meat then? You just not.
Well, a couple reasons. A, I discovered, like, once you understand the nature of, like, protein and amino acids.
Oh my god, what? What is he gonna say now? Oh my god. Oh my god, and it's so funny. He talks about the nature of... That has nothing to do with nature. You're looking at animations. Same with the DNA. It's from a painting and artwork. It has never been observed. Nobody has ever seen it. That's a different topic. I will eventually make a video about genetics and DNA. I know that a lot of you asked me to do that. But it's the same with amino acids. That's why it's animations. Never been observed. What he's showing there, those are ideas. People think that that's how it may look like. And now he's probably going to talk about how he gets it all, when in reality he's completely brainwashed.
It's firstly casein, like dairy, is a complete protein, and just like cost.
Yeah, but you don't know that because proteins have never been observed. Nobody knows if there even is such a thing as protein, and more importantly, it's never been observed in the food itself. It's not even possible. So it's an idea, and it's an idea that there's some kind of amino acids in the protein that make up the protein, the casein. A complete idea, a fabrication, nothing else. And there he is. Yeah, this is, oh my god, this is what I meant in the other video about intelligence. Oh my god, he's the perfect depiction of that. Remember how I said that they want us to believe that not so intelligent people are intelligent, the opposite? This is it right here. Because they always portray intelligent people this way. They have glasses, they look the way they look. You understand what I'm talking about. And these are people who get really deep into reading books and ideas. They live in these fake realities, not in reality, not in this physical, natural reality. And they just imagine things all the time. He thinks that he knows everything. In reality, he knows nothing. Because when it comes to knowledge, facts, real science, following your senses, he knows nothing.
As well, I think. I mean, to be honest, like when you're trying to hit, 5, 6, 7,000 calories a day, it's not really realistic to think you can have a ton of meat in there, at least in my opinion, because it just costs so much money. Like, again, despite...
Yeah, that's a fair point. It costs a lot. Understandable. I'm sure that a lot of people would like to be eating way more meat instead of just noodles, cheese, to imitate animal foods, savory foods. That's all that this is about. It's to feed the masses, the slave population, with the grain sludge made into funny forms.
How insane this might all seem, the cost, in terms of cost to calories, is actually really, really reasonable.
Yeah, grain sludge is cheap. It's seeds made into slime and baked into forms. Funny little forms for the little slaves.
It does look good, to be fair, doesn't it?
I don't know about that.
Here we go. Matt, you excited? Can you contain your excitement?
Are you still using it? Have you cleaned that bowl?
Yeah, what do you mean?
That smells good, to be fair. And also, I'm actually quite hungry now. God, right, get the, can you hear this, Luz? Get this audio, ready?
It's very good numbers.
It pains me to say it, but it's actually really good.
Yes, mate. There we go.
Yeah, the cheese makes it taste good, of course, because it's an animal food, understandable. Milk, who doesn't like milk? Cats, dogs also love milk, dairy products. It's normal, kind of natural, you could say. But you add the grain sludge, whatever you're eating, even if it's bread with cheese on top, only to fill the stomachs of the slaves. The grain sludge nobody wants to eat alone. The cheese is what you like. The grain sludge is a filler.
Cheese just makes, you can basically make anything nice with cheese, you know what I mean?
We've got a quarter of a
You know what I mean? In it, that's exactly what I just meant, mate.
kilo of cheese in there, FYI.
Perfect. Thing is, after having the Weetos and the Actimel, I was thinking it'd be good to get some like
varied nutrients, you know what I mean? A range of like vitamins. So
Well, this is your first cheese of the
a
day.
bowl of literally pasta and cheese.
Yeah, they just live in a different reality. They just base their life on ideas. Everybody needs to understand that vitamins as such have never been measured, have never been observed, seen, whatever you want to call it, in any food. It's all a belief at the end of the day. For sure, there are different substances in these foods, no doubt about it. You can taste it, but you're still basing your life completely on ideas, not your senses. And that's when you get lost. And that's when you start taking supplements and everything.
I consume so much fat today. But mate, you're going to die in about 2 months if you continue doing it.
Not really. Kind of from the pasteurized dairy, whatever is left there after the pasteurization. It's not going to be healthy. And then what? Yeah. The cheese, again dairy. Yeah. I don't think that you get really much animal fat out of that because it's all pasteurized.
Sure. I think we do need a bit more fat today, so that's good.
Yeah,
That's
for
perfect.
sure. Healthy fats. Normally, to be completely honest, I'd actually have all 4 of these, but because you're here, and I'm a generous guy, we're gonna go 2 each. They're only 150 calories each, so it's actually pretty calm, and they're super easy to eat.
I've had these for years.
Aren't these made in seed oils also? I'm not sure. I would assume that they are probably. Whatever the case, even if not, you're still just eating grain sludge again. They just all eat grain sludge all the time, Jesus, man. And then you have a seed slime on top, the cacao powder and whatever they use. And that's full of even more toxins, actual neurotoxins. Crazy stuff.
Extremely nice.
Yeah. Only 150 calories, I'm surprised.
They're quite small. They're quite
Just completely living off of grain sludge, extracted toxic sugar, and stimulants. So much disease is coming their way. Actually, I think that it's already there because they really do look unhealthy, both of them.
It's like suspiciously low. I don't know if I believe that. What is he doing? And what are you doing?
Push day, mate. I always know on push day.
Could he get any weirder? Yes, you can.
I know what you're thinking. Sitting here watching Ben mow his lawn topless is a bit weird. You know what's not weird though? Gymshark Live London. That's right, the sickest event of the calendar year is back, and it's coming to London on Saturday and Sunday the 30th.
Okay, I've never heard of that. The guy who runs Gymshark is a billionaire, right? I made a video about him. And he eats toast for breakfast or something. Super brainwashed guy. How can you eat that as a billionaire? Or even if you have a few 100,000, doesn't make any sense at all. You should be eating completely meat-based.
31st of August. All of your favourite Gymshark athletes are going to be there, including the biggest athlete of all, me. There's going to be massive
And then what? You guys go and lift metal? Yeah, whatever. If you're into that, seems insanely boring to me. I would laugh at it.
lifts, meet and greets, open workouts, exclusive merch drops. Basically, it's going to be incredible. Can't
Okay, so you go there to watch others lift metal up and down, and then you buy their merch. So you just spend some money. So yeah, just good marketing. Yeah, slavery.
wait to see you all there. Back to the video.
Kick it. Oh, madman. You're a madman.
I use the back of my fingers, mate.
Risky.
What's the plan, lads?
Dinner time, mate. Obviously. Is that not self-evident?
Is it though?
You're starving. I can hear your stomach's rumbling.
Neither of
right
us
now.
are even remotely hungry.
Well, look, the thing is, I appreciate it's not been the most nutritionally broad meal so far, so we're going to flip it on its head, go for a truly complete meal here, okay?
Yeah, this is all funny until you get kidney stones, have trouble walking, all of a sudden have some weird eczema, rosacea, which you can never get rid of. Yeah, when you completely destroy your gut, later in your life you will have dementia. Yeah, but sure, go on laughing.
How are you feeling about your cheese consumption today? It's about to get worse.
Yeah, like based on our lunch, if there was one thing I would say I wouldn't want to eat, it would be a pizza. Ben is off colluding with the waitress right now, so I have no idea what to expect. All I know is that I can see an ice cream factory right there, which is not ideal.
Here we go. You excited? To be honest, I've been really kind to
Also,
you.
why is it, what have you done to it? Why is it like that?
It feels like
Why is mine so spread out?
That's how it comes to it. It's a special request. I've been nice to you here. I could have very easily gone stuffed crust. I normally would.
Yeah, again, grain sludge with cheese, again, just to feed the masses. If you eat grain sludge, you're just a slave.
Matt will never forgive me if I don't source this up.
Yeah, I've got some incredible news, Matt. I put in a special request for Mr. Whippy.
Is that chocolate sauce?
Yeah, boy.
Who knows, maybe that's even healthier than the pizza. Maybe, because the pizza is made with wheat, probably. It doesn't even matter what seeds they use, really. That's full of glyphosate. Pizzas in general are almost always nowadays made with seed oils. Pizza Hut makes their pizzas with seed oils. That's at least dairy, but yeah, the dairy has a lot of additives also in these places, and you have the chocolate on top, very toxic seed slime. Who knows? But at least, well, actually, I was gonna say maybe there's no seed oils, but actually, the very soft dairy, this kind of dairy, ice cream or whatever, actually they do use seed oils in these nowadays. Yeah, normal ice cream usually is not gonna have seed oils, although some of that also has it today, but the really soft ice cream, it actually has seed oils nowadays. Therefore, who knows?
I hope so.
Chocolate sauce is terrible, isn't it?
That's how they get the very soft texture, just so you understand.
Come on,
Very good ice cream. I have no issue with like all of the food has been nice. It's just from an ethical standpoint. It feels like I've just broken some kind of unspoken moral
like convention,
law.
like the
Yeah.
Geneva
I'm
Convention.
sure that
on calories.
I'm sure there's some crime we commit.
They should push us over 7.5K as well. Oh, what are you doing? That's mental.
We are done. That was a depressing day. To summarise the day in one word,
They do look really unhealthy, but still, it's interesting how the human body can survive by eating completely unnatural food. You're not happy, you're exhausted, you're gonna get really sick, but still, that you can survive and go on. It's still interesting. The human body is really pretty magical.
it would be cheese.
Dairy.
Definitely cheese-centric. That was cheese-tastic. That was a lot of cheese. A lot of.
We've hit our
lot
protein
of
requirements for the day,
shit
though.
generally.
That's what really matters.
I've eaten 7,000 calories of cheese today.
Just no reactions, haven't
I'm
absolutely
fairly full, but like, I could literally eat more, which is just wild, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a testament, isn't it, to how tactical its decisions of your...
Maybe it's a testament to how deficient the food is, how you're not getting what you need. Maybe.
intake.
Yeah, that is partly true. But at the same time, I would just implore you to eat more vegetables and fruit because you are going to die otherwise.
Where we're all...
Vegetables and fruit, what the hell? Vegetables? Why would you eat vegetables? What would you get out of those? Vegetables are almost even worse than any of this. Okay, seeds are still worse. And fruits, yeah, fruits can be alright.
We're gonna die, aren't we? You know what I mean?
Some
There's-
sooner than others. And this guy's on his way out. Anyway,
Live
that was
fast,
that.
die
What a
young.
wonderful time to be alive. I'm going to go and throw up aggressively in that river. Have a great day.
Oh, that was the whole video. Kind of an abrupt ending. Alright, yeah, 2 British slaves. That's what we just saw there. Thinking that they are eating like kings. Yeah, this is how severely brainwashed you can actually be. I don't know if they actually believed that. It does seem like they did, the brother at least. Yeah, because of very severe manipulation from the media and school, you can actually drift that far away from your natural senses and this reality, believing that because you have tons of pasteurized milk from sick cows full of toxins, the vitamins, and lots of grain sludge with colorings and sugar on top, that you're living like a king because you have tons of waste materials essentially. Yeah, with a lot of manipulation, you can actually really come to this conclusion. In reality, as I said, they are simply disposing of the waste products from these industries. They are well marketed, of course, these products. That's why they are able to sell them to the slaves. Good packaging, the colors, they know exactly what they are doing, absolutely. The perfect amounts of sugar and whatnot to make you believe that you're eating something that's good for you. It's just a way to trick your senses, your taste buds. That's all that it's about. Because in nature, if you would find honey or a fruit tree, you would eat tons of that at once, because it wouldn't be that often that you would find something like that. And naturally, it makes absolute sense to then gain weight and have a lot of energy to then hunt down an animal to eat actual real food. I just now realized that he basically ate a vegetarian diet, right? The pizza also just had cheese and grain sludge and seed oils. I didn't see any salami or anything. I'm sure that he eats meat sometimes, but this was actually a vegetarian day of eating, huh? And as I said, then in nature, it would make a lot of sense for your senses to tell you to eat a lot of it. Whereas in this case, you're eating waste products, grain sludge with tons of added sugar. And that's to manipulate you to eat waste products. And of course, they believe that they got a lot of protein, which cannot even be measured in food anyway. As I said, this is why they will eventually get really sick. They are already sickly looking, as I said, but the typical diseases such as heart disease, gut issues, feeling incomplete, unhappy, all of that is gonna follow, obviously. And they won't even understand why it's happening. They will simply hop on supplements or some kind of drugs that the doctor will prescribe for them. Yeah, they will just go through their lives consuming waste products that were created for the masses, never realizing why they developed into the human beings that they are today, and also why they will get the typical diseases that everybody around them will also get. They will just not get it. They will blame it on genetics, something imaginary. Always something imaginary. They never stick to reality. They just don't understand what's going on in this actual reality because they don't live in this physical reality. They don't live their real lives. Their whole life is based on ideas and imaginations. And that's how a slave dies, in his own imagination. Thanks for watching.